Was Flamey played?
No, StarDuck also made Phoenix A.
They both did.
Not Mass Phoenix, but he made Phoenixes.
This is true.
No, Troy's in the army. He's not playing today. Come on. How many times do I have to say it? Anyway, we are on Oxide LE, where we are all oxidized. We are breathing. And in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of China, playing for, what was it? Good Game Gaming, GGG! Our Protoss is in fact Cyan.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Australian Protoss player. He is blue, representing himself. It is StarDuck. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta gas steal. Alright.
Oh my god, is he gonna take both?
Light.
Wait.
Are you no, because StarDuck is blocking the other one. Okay, so when are we recruiting Cyan to join Ducklings?
I love it. Cyan, I mean, he's a massive fan of my stream. He does pop in from time to time. He comes back in, yeah, just to double check. I love it.
Pink Patreon pylon. Pink. Yeah, I think drip is the better option, you know.
Then Patreon, yeah.
The more I try to think of other variations, I'm like, yeah, drip was the good answer.
I feel like there's a better one
Drip
out there.
pylon. You feel like one, like there's one, but you haven't come up with one.
This is true. It's true.
There lies the difference. Cyan catches the proxy here, StarDuck.
Yeah.
It's
a bit of a shame. StarDuck, he was trying to go for something cheeky, and to be fair, he still could go for it. Actually letting the pylon finish up, but
it's good to have a pylon somewhere out on the map.
Is it tripping?
Just for no, this is not. It's not Abyssal Reef.
What? God damn it! It's not submarine either.
In Abyssal Reef, actually, submarine doesn't have a lot of water in it.
I know.
Strange enough.
But now the map maker.
And I think there aren't a lot of maps that have water in them. I think Backwater, strangely enough. Did it have any water? Yeah, it did in the low grounds. Yeah, there was like a low ground thing. I think it had. That's where they discovered the bug, where if you put a building on the water, the eddies that form around it, you can see them through the fog of war. So you can see that there's a building there. I think that was that map. Don't rely on my memory. It's not good.
I was about to say, I'm legitimately like impressed by your memory. Like that was a solid like a couple of years ago, mate. Like that's wow.
Yeah.
Like, why do you remember that of all things, and not like what you had for breakfast this morning? Like what's going on?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. Oh, just not necessarily yesterday morning. StarDuck is only 11 workers. It's a couple of adepts and an oracle.
Yeah,
not an Overwatch. Not an Overwatch, and it's already.
It's not stopping, mate.
Amount of damage. Yeah, no. That one stalker is not going to be enough. 12 kills on that oracle. 25 workers. What the hell?
And he can keep going. The stalker fell. There is no anti-air. The second oracle just keeps going, and GG gets called.
What did Cyan paid that oracle pilot? I don't understand. This shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't have happened. It's one of those things where I know StarDuck, more often than not, like scouting isn't necessarily his strong suit. He didn't open up with like a sentry to Hulu Scout or his own Stargate. So he was in the dark for a lot of that. He was not expecting oracles whatsoever. He was too busy trying to deal with the adepts.
Mhm. It's yeah, you don't. It's a lot. It's a lot of damage for a couple of units or
Yeah.
three early game units that should be taking, I don't know, 6 maybe. If you get 7 or 8 probes out of them, it's considered like an achievement.
Hmm.
And 35 is it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to process.
Hmm.
Um, all right. Let's see what the second round is going to bring us. Romanticide is going to be the map.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite
This
large.
should be StarDuck's choice, right? The
Yes.
I don't remember. I don't remember how the vetoes work.
Yeah, I mean, if A is the higher seed, Cyan is the higher seed, so this should be
Yeah.
StarDuck's pick. And you know, because of how large this map is, if StarDuck does try to go for a proxy again, it's going to be harder to be scouted, but still possible.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's have a look. As we are on Romanticide. Romanticide LE, where love goes to die. We're in the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of China. Representing Good Game Gaming, GGG! Our red Protoss is in fact Cyan.
And spawning in the top left hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Australian Protoss player. He is blue, representing himself, not sending a probe out. It is StarDuck.
I don't know why I felt like we have adding a sassy like in there. it's StarDuck.
Oh god.
Alright, Cyan is sending that probe again. Boop. No. No boop, no high five, no nothing.
What about the gas though?
Gotta protect your gases.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, StarDuck already got he already got him.
Yep, got both of them. He isn't even mining from one of them, but he just wants to make sure that he does get both gases.
Yeah. Smart, it's smart.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Meanwhile, the other side of things, again, nothing too crazy. There's no probes out on the map or anything like that.
The wall, is that no, it's not a full wall. For a second I thought it might be, but what do I know?
Yeah. Was not a full wall quite yet, but you know, with this SimCity, it's good enough where like you only need like a pylon or a shield battery to make sure adepts don't get in.
Right, StarDuck goes in for the scout. Probe. Gotta get out of here soon, or gonna get deaded. Gonna wait to see as much as possible for as long as possible.
And Cyan is being a little bit cheeky because we do have a pylon in the natural, and there it is. We have a robo.
Ooh. So this is what StarDuck is sticking around to find out if there's tech coming up, or if he should be prepared for a proxy. Oh, StarDuck's going for a proxy of his own, but I think the robo is the more powerful one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this is getting kind of scary. StarDuck actually does get a full wall off, by the way. So
yeah, he's not preparing to defend.
Yeah, he has no intention of expanding whatsoever. He's straight up one base all in at the moment. But again, this is kind of scary because Immortals, they can chew through buildings pretty easily.
Yeah. It's gonna be a Stargate as well as a robo for Cyan in the proxy location. Oh, Cyan staying home, realizing there's some coming.
He's staying at home. He's throwing down a second shield battery just to make sure everything stays powered. He's throwing down, a second pylon as well. He's looking pretty solid defensively even without his tech.
This might actually be a good for StarDuck because Cyan isn't bringing everything out across the map. It's just going to be one Immortal, waiting for the second one. This is giving StarDuck a lot of time to set something up.
Yeah.
Right?
The problem is that, like, sure, it's giving StarDuck a lot of time, but StarDuck still doesn't have like an inkling that like this is going on. You know, like nothing is really just like raising alarm bells. Like, hey, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Something's missing.
But it does have warpings available. You just use them, so he could warp at home, should he want to. Okay, this army gets Funarad. Cyan knows this is here. It's not on the other side of the map. There's a warp prism on the way for Cyan. It's going to be able to juggle these two immortals and immortalize them, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. In StarDuck's mind, and as soon as the warp prism comes in, he can just go up the ramp. Doesn't even need to deal with the wall.
Yeah, walling is for losers.
Wait. And now?
And StarDuck moves in.
With high ground vision,
Try
he
and
should...
take down this pylon.
Yeah.
It's not a Kuro pylon.
Not quite.
It's a light pylon.
Not quite.
It's a light pylon. You can kill it and you still have production, but this is a Kuro pylon. No shield battery energy. The force fields are still up, so StarDuck is stuck behind them. No, now they're gonna open up.
Yeah.
StarDuck's production is depowered as well.
Thankfully for StarDuck, though, he does still have a gateway out in the center of the map, so he can still keep warping in. All of the Stalkers of Cyan do go down. He's forced to pull all the boys at the same time. The Immortals of Cyan are also getting to the mineral line, but he's taking a little bit longer.
StarDuck cannot warp at home right now.
Recall!
He's got... Oh. Okay, so Cyan using the recall to come and defend. StarDuck using the recall as well. StarDuck can continue the attack though by warping in on the other side of the map. Or not.
Yeah, the pylon is going to be dealt with. I mean, StarDuck, he does defend at home, and StarDuck does have the higher worker count. So he's in a little bit of a better economic situation, but he needs to like keep this robo alive. Oh god.
Well, there's an immortal about to pop out, and StarDuck is bringing the Stalkers from home. There's a backup pylon here. Actually, no, that's not powering the robotic facility. The immortal of StarDuck is out. It's already doing damage to Cyan's immortal. And he pushes him away, and he can actually continue to make immortals out of here.
Exactly.
And
like,
warp in as well.
What's important is that this robo stayed alive, and because of that, they're kind of equal in tech. I say equal, like this robo of Cyan is not going to be like a factor in this scenario whatsoever, and Cyan actually goes across the map. He does not have enough energy for recall. Or it's on cooldown.
You're going to rely on the fact that there are shield batteries at home. They're full of energy to hold StarDuck away using the force fields as well, while the immortals do damage across the map, because StarDuck doesn't have anything to defend at home.
Yeah, and just like how Cyan has recall on cooldown, so does StarDuck, so he's committed, he can't go back home.
Yeah. Oh, no high ground vision! And he doesn't have any sentries, he can't make Halux. Oh, the probes surround the immortals. Yeah, but with the warpism here, there's no way that they should die. Shield battery is depowered.
They do get evacuated. Meanwhile, StarDuck finally does have high ground vision, so now he can start pushing in, but this is so scary, especially because Cyan has these force fields.
Yeah. Sentries are being targeted, but they're not really effective. They don't even have energy anymore. This is buying Cyan so much time.
Oh yeah.
Just the force fields alone.
I mean, you only need one good force field, and then you just cut off the army. Two go down, and he does isolate the immortal.
StarDuck will be able to do it. Yeah, will go down. StarDuck has lost the Nexus.
Yeah, he's losing everything in his main base, and he doesn't have enough to push up the ramp anymore. He's just lost so much.
Yeah. Cyan still has a functioning base at home. Can keep making units. There is income. And Cyan has already doubled the army supply of StarDuck. GG is called, and Cyan will be advancing 2-0.
GG.
That's a good place by StarDuck, but Cyan seems like he's a lot more comfortable with these situations, and yeah, he made really good decisions there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Cyan is a very experienced player. He's been competing for many years, especially in comparison to StarDuck. But
Yeah.
GG.
GG. Well played.